This is Uthred Ronaldson, and this is Conflict of Nations WW3, Day 24, and I am playing as the Philippines. Everyone, welcome back, guys. And I would like to first apologize for not being able to update you for the previous days. I was inactive in YouTube for 1 week, to be exact. My last post was 7 days ago. That was before I went back to work. So, yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to maintain my daily update of the game, mainly because I just started working again. For last week, I was in quarantine, so I was in quarantine due to COVID, so I was able to have time and record videos for 2 weeks straight. Unfortunately, since I came back to work now, I uh, I am unable to maintain and consistently do my recordings on a daily basis. So because of that, I will be doing some updates in terms of the content that I will be creating, the videos that I will be making. So instead of doing this daily, I'm gonna do this once a week. So basically, I'm gonna give you an update. We'll squeeze in all the update for 1 week in a day, and I think that will be better also since most of the sometimes I find myself unable to provide or to give you any details, mainly because um, Conflict of Nations is a slow-paced game, and sometimes there are no major events that happens on a daily basis. So if we're gonna do this on a weekly basis, then for sure you will be able to. I will be able to give you a much more detailed action and uh, a lot of updates. You will be able to have a an action pack episodes every week, and that's what I'm going to try and practice, so I can provide you guys with a much better content. So anyway, here we are at day 24. So basically, before we for hold on. And here's day 16. This was the last video that I uploaded last January 22, and here, as you can see, the last update I gave you guys is when Indonesia was at war with multiple nations, facing a chain of battles from Bay of Bengal all the way to the Mediterranean to secure the Suez Canal. So during that time, Indonesia was still at war with multiple nations, trying to secure the Suez Canal, and balance of power was changed. Balance of power is being challenged. Um, are we going to maintain dominance, or will the tide change? That's mainly because the alliances have shifted, and we were able to determine who will be the major opponent. But right now, for day 24, I really think and believe that our coalition here, the Communist Rebellion Coalition led by Australia, is the most dominant coalition in the game, and this is already unquestionable. So here's the current lineup. So we have American SUD with the US, Brazil, Colombia, Mali, and then Spain. So they have Mali. For Communist Rebellion, we have Serbia, Philippines, Cameroon, Australia, and then Indonesia. And also, aside from that, we are able to secure Morocco as an ally. And okay, so if you are following the series, the most experienced player here in the game is Spain. He is actually the most. I believe he is. He's not the best player in terms of stats, in terms of KD, but in terms of experience of his rank, he is ranked 111, and he has the highest rank. And as you can see here in the map, Indonesia is here. Um, Indonesia was able to conquer northern Algeria, and also was able to conquer the Spanish territories in Italy. And then Morocco also was able to capture the Spanish capital, Madrid, using his uh, his
On our way.
elite helicopter squadron and his air mobile squadron infantry. So he basically did a very nice job. So here's what happened. So basically, when before we started our war, before we started the war against the Americans, so I think that was day somewhere around day 19, day 20, wherein uh, Indonesia is trying to negotiate some alliances here. He was able to secure the Serbian nation to join us. So remember back then, Serbia was part of the American SUD, but Serbia actually reached out and tried to connect with us, and he actually joined the coalition. So that was a big plus for us, mainly because the if Serbia did not declare with us or did not join us, then Serbia um will be the front line. But then Indonesia knows that they have um, to put down Spain as quickly as possible, because Spain is the backbone of the enemy here. Spain is the best player um, in our opponents. He is the best player. So taking out the best player of the opponent's best player will definitely give us a boost. So by securing Serbia's alliance, making him betray his allies, we are able to push against Spain. So and also, so basically those two major factors, the alliance that we secured with Serbia as well as Morocco. Now Morocco is a great player also, having good stats with 1.31 KD. So this one is also a veteran player. Now he's not part of the coalition, but it's only day 24. So there's still a lot of things that can happen here. Serbia some is inactive from time to time, so there's a possibility that Serbia will be removed from the coalition. But yeah, he went back, and yeah, I think he will be active again. So here, so what Morocco did is he took advantage of the Spanish position. So before the war, Spain was pushing into here into Germany. Spain was able to conquer Italy, the UK, France, some parts of Algeria, and yeah, he is one of the most powerful countries here in the game. But then Morocco strikes. He used his bombers to make sure that there are no units defending Madrid. So basically, Madrid is actually defenseless, and so he was able to deploy his air mobile infantry and capture that city. So it is actually an amazing attack assault using air mobile infantry to capture Madrid. I didn't actually think that it is possible, but I think Morocco have planned for it um, for a long time. He had different units mobilized, so he didn't focus on just one. So he had anti-air, he had frigates, submarines, he has destroyers, he has officers also, and then air mobile, he has bombers, strikers, as well as air superiority fighters. So, and this player is not Morocco is not one of the biggest country here in the game. So Morocco is at here. So right down here, just below Spain. But probably by tomorrow on day change, it will change. Spain will be below Morocco as the Spanish mainland is now being conquered to get as well as its territories in France. So Spain have fallen, and I don't think Spain will be able to recover here. Also, the Americans are in Scandinavia, conquering much of Sweden, Norway, as well as Finland, pushing into Russia as well. So here we have Brazil as well as Colombia. So, and then also Cameroon right here. So um our coalition is a powerhouse, and it is a good play made by Australia, securing good alliances. Australia may not be the best player in terms of tactics. Maybe he is busy in real life. He's not able to micromanage, but because he keeps on losing troops, but that's okay. He is good in terms of diplomacy. Um, uh, he knows who are the good players that we needed to recruit in the coalition. Securing Indonesia in the coalition is also a big plus, as well as Cameroon. Um, and by the way, New Zealand have went inactive, so now we are conquering his lands. Australia is trying to take over, and there. So we still have Afghanistan here, still alive, as well as Iran, and also some parts here of Russia here in the Middle East. And then as for me, I am also in the process of taking over NZ or New Zealand's territories here in Siberia, as well as pushing into Russia. And unfortunately, I am having difficulty pushing into Russia mainly because
Reporting
of
for duty.
my land units not being given the priority in terms of research
Affirmative.
and development as well as
Affirmative.
mobilization. So in terms of troops, I think I have the highest troop count. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Indonesia has 74 units. I have 87. Cameroon have 80. Okay. Then Australia have 46. And then Serbia has 68. And then lastly, our ally here, Morocco, has 61. Okay. So we are the most powerful coalition here. Now, in terms of land troops, I'm having difficulty pushing into Russia because of the resistance that I'm getting from the Russians, as well as the war against Kazakhstan. So, as you can see here, I was able to conquer Kazakhstan, but not completely. There are still some pockets of provinces here still under Kazakhstan. I do have several battles, exciting battles that happened here in Kazakhstan also against this army here. So when I attack Kazakhstan, I divided my ground forces into two. The first one go went straight here, led by Ragnar the Warlord, and then I have a second army here. whose task is to secure the southern Kazakhstan, and I was able to secure that to um to conquer the rest of Kazakhstan homeland here in the southern part. But I lost that southern army here in Almaty. So basically, I did have some um, major battles in Kazakhstan, which definitely hurt my forces also, but not that much as I just lost several motorized infantry. I also lost some elite rail guns. So, but then I realized that since I am not subscribed to Security Council, elite railgun is not something that is not a good. It's not good for offensive, mainly because um if you're not using Security Council, you don't have the option to be aggressive. So that means if you send your troops somewhere, let's say you have a railgun battalion and you send it somewhere, it will not engage any enemy troops unless he gets to his final destination, unless the unit gets to its final destination. So, because of that, unlike if you have Security Council, if you switch it to aggressive mode, if it count along the way, if you send it somewhere and along the way it encounters an enemy unit, it will fire before it move on before it proceeds to its destination. So I was thinking of a better way of using the elite railgun, um, because I think that unit is very powerful in terms of its power against air units and ground forces. But since I cannot, since it's not necessary really to use Security Council, so I think I will have to change my strategy, and instead of using rail guns, I think I'll have to also focus on armored units so that I can be confident even if I send my troops and I'm not active, I will be confident that my troops will survive. Because if you just send infantry without any armor, there's a big possibility that you will lose a lot of units, mainly because infantries are used, motorized infantries are good in defense but not in offensive. So okay. Oh no. Okay. So let's check the message here. Great work, guys. Serbia is leaving. We can take in Morocco. Okay. All right. So he's not leaving. Okay. Now, um, so also around 3 days ago, right before we started our attack, the team's attack against Spain, it is agreed that I will be poking the enemy here in the Pacific, mainly just to make them aware that they are not safe in this front, that the Philippines will be a menace. So that somehow it will deter Colombia and Brazil. So yeah, that's the reason why I have two task force here with five naval units. Also, I have focused on upgrading my naval units. I have two types of naval units. I have destroyer and frigates. I don't have cruisers because um, I don't have cruisers right now. Yeah, but um, I chose destroyer and frigates mainly because if you combine these two, um, you're set basically because destroyers can detect subs while frigates can provide air support. And if you level them up, um, if you max them out, then those units will be deadly. Now, cruisers can provide additional hit points, additional damage in terms of against ships, but cruisers cannot detect subs. Also, it has weak defense against air units, especially naval patrols. So that is something that I think the best combination for a task force is two destroyers, two frigates, and then one cruiser. I think that's the best combination. But if you are conserving your resources, um, putting in three destroyers and two frigates will, I think, will be sufficient as long as you make sure that those units are high level. So right now I have level 4 each, and I'm currently researching level 5. I'm really serious on making sure that my navy is very strong here because I will be facing three nations. Although the U.S. is currently weakened because of its war against Morocco. So the U.S. attempted to invade Morocco during the time when Spain was still at its height, when Spain was still strong. And I'd like to commend Morocco for a very good defense that he played here. To be honest, Morocco have done a lot, even though he's not part of the coalition. Morocco have done a lot for the team because if Morocco have fallen, it might we won't be able to capture Spain as easily as how they did it if Morocco have fallen. Also, um, the mistake that the enemies did is that Spain should have focused his attention against Morocco and supported the U.S. Um, towards his invasion of Morocco. Because if they did, then they could have secured the the uh, the pass here in the Mediterranean, Gibraltar, and so that's going to be a very strong position for the Americans if they have captured Morocco, and definitely Mali will join them, and Cameroon will be in great danger by then. But now we are dominating here. The Mediterranean is completely um, controlled by the communists, and we are pushing inland into Spain. I mean, into Europe, and yeah, there's a lot of things that happened, to be honest. So I hope that for the CON players back there, I wish that I know what you like to see here. Let me know in the comment if you have questions or if there are some details and things that you want to see. So here Morocco was able to land his forces in the mainland United States. So Morocco was able to turn the tide, and instead of being invaded, he is now the one who is doing the invasion. And yeah, this guy here have maximized, and this guy have very good defense. I think his ability in terms of diplomacy have also help him big time in making sure that he survives because he is basically surrounded here. And Spain could have taken advantage of that. If I was Spain, I will definitely take out Morocco and annex it because Morocco is a good player, or I will ally with him. But that's that's uh, that's their mistake. They were not proactive in terms of pursuing alliances. They were reactive. So basically, they don't have any alliance or coalition. Spain was not part of any coalition um, until probably around day 15, day 14, yeah. So yeah, it was his mistake. If he joined us early on, it could have been it could have been very strong. Okay, now what else do can I share with you guys? Oh, I think 1 week is of update. Anyway, I'll do my best to organize things so that on my next episode um I'll be able to provide you with a much better update. Guys, I'm still in the process of learning how to do YouTube and podcasting. I'm just enjoying playing the game. Basically, I love the game, but I don't want to waste my time just playing the game. So why not create a content about it, right? Why not create something about it that fans of this game will also appreciate? And there's a lot of CON fans out there who is very much interested with the game, and who loves to uh to who are curious about other people's game. So okay, so by the way, I do have made some progress here, and I was able to capture Hawaii. So because of that, I will now be able to expand my the reach of my naval patrols here, so I can now secure much further territories. But I think I need to add more naval patrols. My naval patrols are level 3. Same with my heavy bombers. My heavy bombers have been very crucial in my campaign here. And as you can see, I have weak ground forces, but because of my naval bombers, I am able to advance um, deep into Russia. Though, yeah, I have to stall here and
Moving to target.
before I push again. Okay. All right. So I need to capture Yekaterinburg. This unit here is trapped. I was able to capture Perm already, but it has been recaptured. It changed hands multiple times already. So yeah, Russia is definitely putting up a fight, and I think that's also good for me because Colombia will be stalled also if faced against if he will be attacking Russia. So okay. So again, we are still in day 24, and this game will still take probably 30 more days. The fastest game I had was 60 days. The longest was 65. Those were both wins. So I think I'm expecting that this will be finished around the same time frame. But in terms of domination here, I don't think that there will be other competitors or opponents that will be strong enough to face us. Not unless some of our alliance member will, will decide to have fun and will play against each other. And also sometimes if players gets inactive, for example, if Serbia leave, so there is a tendency that we might have to take his territory, or else, he attacks us from behind, something like that, or we can just leave him at peace. But right now, what's important is that we continue to push, take out the remaining enemies here. So I need to capture Western United States here. That's gonna be my main objective first, because I cannot go straight to South America, because because I will overextend myself if I'll do that. So I will use Western United States as base, so I can go down here into Mexico and into South America. So that's my plan. I have strong naval bombers. I have strong navy. Brazil and Colombia probably have most of their units here in Northern Europe. So they may have several scattered ships here. So as long as I maintain a strong presence here and make sure that my task forces are intact and in supporting range, um, I'm sure that I will be safe. So okay. So guys, if you have any questions about the game, if you wish to know what happened, let me know. You know, just let me know so I can answer your questions. Okay. So here, Cameroon, Australia, right here in supporting role, and is currently in a war against Ethiopia. So okay, maybe this will take um not really a week, but couple more days before I get into Belarus and then Ukraine. But I'm not gonna harm these nations here. I'll go straight against Colombia and Brazil. It's time to finish the war against the Americans. By the way, I just have something here that I want to share. Very interesting conversation. Wow, currently researching. Who is this? This is Spain researching. What is this? Level 4. I think this is a destroyer. Yeah, there's a conversation here. Intercepted communications received from Antonio Percy. So this is a intelligence mission sent into Madrid, and we're able to secure documents here pertaining uh, to the discussion between Spain and Morocco. And so let's read it, guys. So received from Antonio Percy. So this one is Morocco. Forwarding you this letter I wrote to Blade. Okay, so he forwarded the message. Okay, I did my best to try help USA. Sent lots of advice. Even let him see my land and units and told him to copy my units. All this group has done is to take advantage of the help I try to give. So I can't keep letting your group see my units and lands. I know you are good and would love to play with you in a game. But the Americans are dicks. They only truly bully players because they see you and Spain as bigger players. You can tell a lot about a human in this game. I've come across real shitty players playing con. Alright, so there. So these are um, Morocco is basically just, he's telling the truth. This is a game, yes, but your character will actually show in the game. A lot of human character will be exposed in this game. Type of person you are, the type of character you are, your intelligence, things like those. It will be exposed by this game. Okay. Yeah, we have. I also have conversation here with Antonio Percy. So I reached out to him. Thanks for the share map. How are you holding up there? How are the U.S. forces? Are they strong? I will be at war with the U.S. soon. He's weak, but had lots of rigs. Okay, and a few subs. He would hit my units while I was sleeping, and then I changed my fire control to aggressive. I think I absorbed all his attack. Thank God. Now his turn to be on defensive. All right. And now he is facing the wrath of Morocco right here. And the Philippines is attacking from the west. To be honest, I am kind of slow paced here. Uh, I could have sent my ground troops right here, right away. But my plan is to um, send my ground troops or ground forces here in Hawaii first, until I can make sure that the the Pacific is safe and firmly under my control. I don't want my ground troops to be, to be sank by enemy forces. You know, that sucks. So yeah, I am also attacking from the north. We'll be taking um, these outposts right here, and then we'll take Anchorage and into Alaska right here. Okay, so okay, let me try to change the settings of the map here. Political view. Let's change it. So here, I changed the political view. Um, this type of map will show you who are those players I am at war against, and my allies, as well as those players that I am at peace with. But I don't prefer this type of map. I would prefer to see the exact um uh the borders and everything there. I actually sent some support here. This is one of my naval patrols here, trying to secure the sea right here, trying to secure the North Sea for my allies. All right, so I guess this is it. I hope that we move on and continue and finish the game so we can proceed to the next game. And guys, I will see you again next week. I'm not sure what's gonna happen by next week, but most probably I will be here in the Americas and pushing south, and also probably by next week I hope that I am already in Moscow, drinking vodka, celebrating with my troops. Let's see. But in fairness, I am top 3 in terms of points. I also have the third highest number of cities in the game. I have a total of so far I only have Hong Kong as an annex city, but I am also in the process of annexing another one, which is um, Urumqi, because of its components resources. So in terms of resources, I am good with everything except components. So this is the one that's holding me back. As you can see right here, I am accumulating 5,425 components daily. Okay, so this actually went down. So I was already at 6,000 plus, so it went down. Not sure why. Maybe because of the additional troops I have, additional units. But this will still improve as I continue to upgrade my um arms industry. So probably I will need to annex one more component city, and I'm looking at Yekaterinburg in Russia, or here in the Pacific, here in this front. Yeah, maybe Anchorage. So there. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you, and I hope that you like um that you're liking what I'm doing. I know that my content is not for everyone, but this is basically for CON players out there who loves the game, who are fans of the game, and who are good in this game, and who just recently discovered the game and would like to be good at it. So yeah, if you have any requests, like if you wish to play with me in a game, I am open on playing with other players, but I would prefer World War III games, World War III maps, and I only play one game at a time, so I will be available once I'm done with this game. Also, if you have some questions, like questions about units, please let me know so I can do a special video about to cover your questions about some units, also strategies. I've discussed a lot of topics about strategies and how I play the game. So I'm not the best in the game. I know that I've lost several. I've lost twice already, but I'm also not that bad in the game. My KD is 2.04. I am rank 23, and I have 6 games. This is my sixth game, and I've won 3 of those games. And I'm a team player, as you can see. Most of my wins are coalition based, and yeah. So uh, and I can also say that I'm loyal with my allies. It depends, I hate freeloaders. If you will not carry your weight, and you know you expect to win without doing anything, then I don't like those type of players. But yeah, I understand circumstances in real life, so it still depends. Anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate your support. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you like this video, please like as well. So again, thank you guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. Sorry, next week, I mean. Skal.